You're listening to Scene2IQ. Welcome, everybody, to another episode. I'm so happy to have some special guests with me this afternoon. I'm here with Midnite Vice.
What's
Hi.
Happy to be here.
what's up?
Thank you.
What's up, everybody?
Yeehaw.
So happy to be here.
Thanks so much for making the time. So, for those who are not aware, Midnite Vice, and I'm going to get you guys maybe to help a little bit more with the introduction bio and like how you would describe your sound, because it's a really cool sound. So, maybe I can get you guys to help me out on this. Like, what is Midnite Vice?
Midnite Vice began in 2024 with Adam and I, and we really were looking for somewhere to put our creative energy and our outlets because a lot of our former projects kind of fell off, and we were just kind of messing around, and we realized that we sound maybe pretty good, and then we started booking some shows, and then Evan came along, and it's been up from there. I think our sound, the best way you could probably put it, is alt rock mixed with hard rock in the solos. So I think a lot of the songs, a lot of the verses, a lot of the choruses are alt rock based, and then for me, the way I solo is very blues based. I come from classic rock, come from AC/DC and Zeppelin and Guns and those type of
I can
those
tell
type
by
of
the
groups.
SG.
The SG, yeah. My two SGs might give me away on that. But from that, I mean, our sound just comes from whatever we write. I don't really feel bound by any definitions or what would be called a certain genre, but it would probably be alt rock. And then when it gets to the solo, it's a little more swingy, a little more blues based, just from where I come from. But these two will hold down a rhythm section like nobody else, so it makes my job really easy.
Maybe we can go around just introduce the band. So you heard first from Ryan, and what is your role?
I'm Ryan Norley. I'm the guitarist and lead vocalist of Midnite Vice.
He's our dad.
I try and
It's the main character.
I try and get
Yeah.
the kids where they have to be. Suppose right now primary songwriter, just because we're using a lot of my songs, but I wouldn't really necessarily say that because we all write and we all bring our own contributions, and Adam will write a song and bring it, I'll write a song and bring it, and then we'll all make it a song. Sometimes a song is created in a group scenario too, which is really cool. We actually just started playing a new song that was written in that manner. It's called Bought and Sold. We played it at the last 3 gigs we did. Starting, first time we played it was at Horseshoe Tavern last Friday, and it went very, very well. So I think we'll try and use that formula of sort of the group writing process going forward. Yeah. What's your name?
Hard to say. What day is it? My name's Adam. I play bass and vocalize. I attempt to harmonize with varying levels of success. And I also, I write a bunch of stuff. But I come from like a weird kind of prog metal-ish background, but I was like raised on classic rock, like I feel like most people are, who start on guitar and then end up on bass. It's a tragic.
Guilty as charged, man.
Yeah. But bass is actually harder than guitar in a bunch of ways. I don't know if you guitarists know about that, but
I believe it.
it's actually a more nuanced way to play stringed
He
instruments.
just wasn't cut out for it.
Fine, yeah, that's true. But my brother and I, Evan, here on the drums, have been playing together for, I don't know, over 20 years since we were little kids. And spent like a decade together in like a wacky prog metal band called Danger Liker. So we come from
That's why your Instagram is like that.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was just a really cool name too. Just
Oh, thank you. Branding for a dead project is my Instagram. That was a cool time, and it helped us get wacky chops that it's fun to kind of return to like the source of like rock music, quote unquote, giant umbrella term. It's been good to be back. I feel like I'm like fulfilling my childhood ambitions of playing the heck out of classic rock tunery, but also with like a lot of nuance, like a lot of it's nice to have this like color palette of all these influences at once to pull from. But how about you there, sir?
Yeah. So, as Adam alluded to, my name's Evan. We're brothers. We've been playing, together forever. In and out, sort of, because, like, I guess in high school, Adam, you were in a different band, so doing the more hardcore thing. But yeah, like you said, started with rock. Then kind of, I think the pivotal moment was we went to see Sum 41. I think I was 9 years old, and Protest the Hero opened, and we were like, what is that? Like, it just completely blew everything wide open, and then we spiraled down the metal rabbit hole, and here we are back, which is
Full
I don't know.
circle.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's been a lot of fun. I've only been playing with these guys for when was it March?
Our first shows were March with
Yeah,
you.
so been a few months, but yeah, I mean, basically my goal going into it was just don't sound like that guy clearly plays metal, and so it's been an adjustment, but I think it's going well. I've had a lot of fun, so yeah, it's been great.
And it brings its own level of challenge to it too, right?
Yeah.
Because before, like, he comes from the hardcore. Well, they both do. They come from hardcore prog scene kind of deal where, like, you're playing 1,000 different notes a minute and you're kind of locked in, with the click in your ears and whereas now, I mean, well, Evans expressed to me, it's more of a symbiotic thing. It's like it's a living, breathing. Every song is at the will of the forces that be. It'll never be the same thing twice. And he's fit like a glove right in. He really filled his role. Because I heard stories. I didn't know him very well until he joined, but I heard stories through Adam of his brother, who's just like a savant at drums. And so when he joined, there was a little concern in my back of my head, because I knew he's a pro and I knew he'd do a great job, but I didn't know where the line was going to be with style, But he just fit the groove from the first practice that we ran, and we haven't stopped. So it went very, very well. And I kind of I did bring them back into this sort of more pop world, I think, a little bit, because they were in so many projects, right? You guys were in like so much stuff and really great stuff. And then I feel a little bad because I feel like I've kind of dumbed them down a little bit. I kind of nerfed them a little bit. But it takes a serious level of talent to be even able to do that and have the wherewithal to be able to know what the song needs. So when they do that exceptionally. And our key player, Amanda, who couldn't be here today, she joined slightly before Evan joined. And
I thought it'd be really funny if we just accidentally didn't mention her the whole time.
Yeah, she would have loved that.
I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna be
I'm
like,
glad you did, because I wasn't sure if I should say something or just like leave it.
Fair enough.
she actually died earlier today.
It's like when your girlfriend doesn't come to Thanksgiving dinner, you shouldn't ask. No, she's alive and well. She just unfortunately couldn't be here today. But with this lineup, man, like there's nothing we can't really go for. We're not limited in any way. We can choose any style. We can go from Rush to the Foo Fighters to Blink to, just with the talent that we have. And there's 3 singers in the band too. So whoever's voice will fit that certain song, or if I'm playing a complicated riff and I'm like, I can't pull it off and sing it, then like Adam or Amanda will take it, and vice versa. And there's really, I don't think there's anything we wouldn't be able to do like with our lineup right now. And I think audiences have been seeing that too.
I'm going to reference the Boathouse gig because that was a freaking great gig, Living Room for Small also.
Thank you. Shout out those boys.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it was neat because not having a ton of experience listening to your stuff, watching you guys get on, watching and Adam come and sing and do some stuff, watching Amanda do that, watching the drum fills just like kick off, and in such a cool setup that they had at the Boathouse where it was really, everybody could be really up close. Like, yeah. There's a lot of different styles that I saw blended together, mixed with some great guitar solos playing. Like, yeah, it was very nostalgic, But you guys absolutely crushed it, and your current sound is actually very diverse, and that's something I really like. Like the 2 songs I think that are out, maybe more so. You have Still Flying,
Flying Again.
Yeah.
And
then there's
another one called I'm Sad.
Yeah, and the 2 are kind of
they're totally different.
Yeah.
He wrote I'm Sad, and I wrote Flying. Right. So
tell me about it.
Flying was the first song that I think I actually tried to write like from front to back. And that's ever since been like kind of our staple song. We haven't played a show without it ever since, but that one gave me a lot of confidence in songwriting. It helped me learn there's no rules in it. There's not a lot of rules in it. And if you can find a melody that you like over some chords that you like, if you resonate with it, odds are other people will resonate with it too. And like I said, there's no rules. If you come from a place of where like you think you have to follow a formula or anything, it might work, but it's not gonna be very human. That song doesn't really have a chorus. Like it's a weird song. It doesn't like you could consider like the I know you talk about it part, maybe the chorus.
It's also like
But it's kind of the intro, and it's like kind of the second half of the first verse, and then we go into this like big Flying Again's a good song to reference for I think our sound, because it's very kind of alty, kind of easy listening, and then it's gonna break into like the power chordy. It's gonna shift into this big solo,
Wicked solo,
and then it's gonna wrap back around into the hook, and then then you can have fun with the outro. And
yeah, if you were like trying to like structure a song in like a technical, regimented way, like on paper, it probably wouldn't turn out that way.
It wouldn't make any
sense.
sense.
It's very like organic the way it kind of came together.
Yeah, for sure. And then we had the song, and we're like, okay, that's kind of a cool song. And then Adam came with this song, I'm Sad. Tell us about I'm Sad.
All right. So yeah, I write all my stuff in this program called Guitar Pro for guitar tabs, which is a very dumb way to write, I've found. Just because like I don't know, I like writing for Danger Liker, I would write entire massive like I don't know 7-minute songs without touching an instrument. It was just like just purely digital, just like based on like sound. And I don't know, I kind of find it can be liberating to like just be like listening to it and not focusing on what your hands normally do, and it like breaks me out of my patterns, because like I don't know, every time I pick up a guitar I play the same like 5 riffs. And so writing with a computer, I find like I stumble on sounds by like misclicking and things like that I would never organically play with my hands. And so yeah, that's just kind of how I'm used to writing, I would say. With this project, I would say I pitch only like 1 out of 10 or 15 things that I write, just because it's my favorite little pastime. I'm just always kind of, messing around, watching YouTube videos, and, late at night, just kind of sitting there all crispy, just sort of vaguely working on it, whatever. And then sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Sometimes you strike gold.
Yeah. And, it's more just about finishing it than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm Sad actually came from like a real place, which was weird. I had a little bit of heartbreak in my life, and I was just, I discovered that a potential lover had found someone else, and I was genuinely, very hurt by that. But the thing was, though, mostly is I was just sad that I would have to tell my mom, and she would be depressed for me, and I was like, I'm fine, I will get over this, but like like I don't want. People have been gassing me up about this for like months, being like, "Yeah, man, go get her. Like I'm sure she'll, things will be great. You guys are meant to be." All that kind of stuff. And it's like I was more sad about telling other people and how they would perceive me, and so
Expectations there.
yeah. And so I just had this thought of like, I'm sad, but I'm not sad. I'm sad to perceive. I'm sad to be friends with in this moment, but I'm fine. And so that was kind of I was like, that's kind of a nuanced take on something, kind of, where like I'm okay, but like, man, I'm a bummer to be around,
Right.
like just because of my circumstances. But
I thought it was clever. I thought it was a really clever song, because on the surface it's like, well, I'm sad. You might be thinking like I'm emotionally sad, right? But his thing was like I think you said you looked in the mirror one day.
Oh yeah,
like I'm sad.
Well, I had puked because of a zin, and I looked at myself in the mirror. Like, this is like right after I got home from finding out that my love had found someone else, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and my eyes looked like I was crying, but I had just puked, and I was like, I look so sad, but I'm actually fine. And so I was like, and I was just like, I'm sad, but I'm not the one who feels it. And it's like it's literally like a stupid biopic scene of like writing an entire song in like one moment, kind of.
To everybody that's around me, but somehow I'm not as down as you think I should be. Right?
Yeah,
that's the chorus.
So
he comes with this brilliant I think it's brilliant, the concept of that song, and then we convey it in like a pop punk kind of way. Whereas Flying Again's like, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a rock song. Like it's like a, I don't even know. The first half's like,
It's like clean and then gets
and then it
dirty
gets dirty, and
yeah,
then
it's
it's a
cool.
big,
Yeah.
and then it's a big bombastic ending, which is kind of what happens with my writing. But yeah, he'll come, like this guy writes like so many songs the way he just described, and then he'll bring his best ones. Right now we're playing a song called The Same, which we did play at Boathouse, um, which is also a very phenomenal song that Adam wrote. He brings this sort of this pop punky kind of like stabby energy with a lot of his songs.
I just don't know how to write rock otherwise. Like that's my inroad I've found because of, I don't know, I guess like listening to Sum 41 while my brain was developing or something like that. Because like it's either, because yeah, I don't know how you do it with like the rock, like straight up, like it's rock. There's no other like way to describe it. You know it when you see it, like you know it when you feel it. Like I don't know how you do that. So
I'll be strumming chords on guitar, and I'll have a melody over it without lyrics, and then I'm like, that's really catchy. And if I can get the right lyric to it, usually I'll have a part, and then if I can, I think about it like if I can justify this part with the rest of the song, then it's going to be a really good song. Every song has the thing that you go back and listen to for it. It's different for everybody, right? But to make the song, it has to have that thing, and the thing can be very different. I can't sit here and if you picked a song, I could tell you probably what the thing is in that song that's cool. But from there, I kind of it's grueling, man, because I don't use any of those programs. I don't use the guitar. I'll when he sends me one to learn, and he'll send me a guitar solo that he wrote on Guitar Pro, and I'm like, hey man, like I have pretty big fingers, but I can't stretch like 9 frets. You know what I mean? He's like, oh man, I'm sorry. Anyway, we figure it out though. Yeah, it's fun, man. It's kind of it can be really frustrating when you're on to something and you can't stick it.
Oh,
You can't
man.
stick it.
Yeah.
That's but when you have it, oh man, like when the song is done. Some songs take an hour, some songs like I haven't finished. I started a year ago, you know what I
I'm
mean?
being haunted by like 5, and like I've told you guys like the premise, or I've like sung you the chorus and stuff, and there's like a nice clever little nugget of something, but like I just haven't
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah, haven't-
It's the thing, and then you got to justify the thing.
stuck the landing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like solving those problems, I find even just like with Bought and Sold, for example, like
yeah.
we had that song and you guys kind of just, well, it wasn't really recorded. You kind of just showed it to me while I was in the room and we had played it and it was fine. Like we had all the parts and everything, but then there was just something like, I know Amanda was having a hard time just like finding exactly how she was going to sing it. And there was just something that was just unknown that like we kind of had to go through organically, not by just like changing things on the computer or anything like that, where then we just put the capo on the first fret. It completely changed the song, but it also just opened up so many other doors that
Yeah.
wouldn't have happened had you gone about it a different way, where like, yeah, there's aspects of those songs that you wouldn't find would, like, I don't know, like how Adam arrives at things on the computer where he misclicks or whatever. It's like that's something that you'll never experience, but then putting the capo on the first fret is something that he won't either, because you know, so it's different things. But
I highlight and transpose one semitone.
yeah, there you go. That's
Process.
Yeah, that's your capo.
Yeah, digitally, mine's manually.
Is there something that clicks for you playing drums that just one element changes and all of a sudden it's like, wow?
A little bit. Like I find it's more like just like tempo based, or even like there's times too. Like, so, one of the songs that we play live, that we've played at every show, "It's a Feeling." We had played that a million times, like practicing it, and now it's like, I don't know. Towards the end, there's a little build up before like the big last chorus thing, and we had played it the same way a million times, and then one night we were grinding, practicing for shows, probably that Boathouse show actually, and I messed up. Like I played the fill into that chorus wrong, and like I did not hit on one, and I like hit a floor tom instead of the crash, where it's like did this like pause by accident, and now we have, that's just a part of the song now, where it's like it's something that right away when we like finished playing the song, I was like, oh, my bad, like I messed that up, and Ryan's like, no, keep doing that, like
Yeah, that was
please keep doing that.
That felt so
So
right.
it's like weird things like that, where just kind of stumbling through things, and I find some of that also just comes from the fact that like I'm still like actively trying to find a sound that works where I'm like, just don't overplay, don't be the obvious metal guy playing something super obnoxious that doesn't belong. So it's like sometimes I get tripped up, but sometimes like that it just ends up being the thing that we needed and wouldn't have known if I wasn't clumsy or maybe ingesting substances.
You're loose. Yeah. That's what band practice is all about, especially in this context of the music that we're making. You know, when stuff appears, stuff you never would have thought of. That's one of the things now. Like that was a mistake, but what I was talking about, there's the thing, and that's the thing when the song's out.
Yeah.
People are going to be waiting for that part, and I'm guilty of the same. I am guilty of formula a little bit when I'm songwriting. I try and get away from it, but it's usually all this, and then there's a big outro part. There's a big thing that everyone's waiting for. It's a feeling. Does that. Flying does that. Those two primarily, anyway.
You also have a key that you enjoy, which I like.
What F?
Yeah.
Hey,
That was the funny thing about It's a Feeling is that it was the first song we'd ever played where Ryan was like, I wrote this cool new song. It involves a capo, and he's playing different chord shapes. But when I learned it on bass, I was like, these are the exact same chords as the other as a couple of the other songs without the capo, just with different shapes.
I thought I finally broke out of.
It's like, no, it's still F.
Damn it! Still in F.
Yeah.
Making a
I
change.
find I do that with alternate tunings all the time. Like,
Yeah.
You think you're like, broaching some sort of strange new expanse, and then
It's like playing an A chord.
yeah, because you explore and then you find something that sounds really good, and you're like, and then later realize like, oh, this is the same thing I did with the other.
Yeah. Just it doesn't have to be complicated. It's kind of the lesson in that.
You gotta
right?
be, you gotta be,
exactly it.
open to finding it.
It doesn't matter. Like the best songs, like we just covered Jane on the last run by Jefferson Starship, and that whole song is just 4 chords at the start. Like basically where I come from.
Some of the best songs are just 4 chords.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like AC/DC is my number one, and like they're that's what they do.
It's another thing where I don't know how you do that. Because like just having, just to be confident enough to find those chords. Because whenever I write, I'm always trying to, I don't know, throw it off. Where it's like, oh, maybe I'll do this one, one like weird dissonant interval off or something. But like to have the confidence to have a good enough melody and hook and vision for a song over chords that you could name 1,000 songs that have the same ones.
Progression.
I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I'm like trying. I'm learning through watching you.
Pop. It's pop. It's just
I just get so distracted by being like, oh, well, now the only melody I hear is from this other song that has these chords.
like one of my choruses is hey yeah. It's on till the night is gone.
Yeah, how do you
repeating. But that's called Living the Dream. We've also played that I think every show we've ever done. But that came from the verse because I'm just hammering F, and then I went, and I'm like, okay, that's something cool. Why not? Like, that's something people will respond to. I knew it. And then we get to the chorus, like, where do I go? And then you hit a different chord, and then I just go, hey, yeah. And then because that's such a like silly vocal for a chorus, I made that a part of the song, whereas like the part of the song is you're just trying to get to the chorus, and then we're at the chorus, you're not thinking about anything anymore, and there's no like the verses are all about a guy trying to avoid his problems, and then you get to the chorus and then you don't have any problems anymore. You don't have to think. You can just party and get drunk, but then the next verse you wake up and you're all hurting, and then you just try to get back to the chorus, and then in the end Adam came up with there ain't no pain in dying when you're living the dream. The other lyric is there ain't no shame in lying throughout the song. He comes in, he's like, how about he dies at the end, the character? And I'm like, that's good. So it's just this big thing that it keeps informing itself over and over and over again, and until you have a full song that people are gonna like. I'm not writing for an audience though. Like I'm writing for me and writing for the band, and then hopefully it will evoke a response from people. I guess that's the whole idea, right? But you can tell though when somebody's trying to write a song for somebody else, like for an audience. Yeah, I heard Rick Rubin say the audience comes last, and I agree with that a lot. Or else they're not going to get, because they don't know what they want. They don't know what they don't know what they
really
want.
fickle.
You're going to show them, and if they take it, they take it, and that's great. And if they leave it, that's perfectly fine too. But it's music.
If they're looking for something to relate to, your experience is what they're going to relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Make it specific, make it specific to, there's so many songs that name a name of a girl or a town or a very weirdly specific like brand of cereal that they had in the morning or like, you know what I mean? And people will, that's what gets people, feeling something.
totally. I'm just curious, like with the dynamic, because you got a lot of songwriting capabilities, as you said with Amanda. How does that play into your mix?
What's the best?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it adds a whole dynamic. It adds a
So
whole
many.
layer that I've always wanted. We could, do a trio thing, but I never ever wanted to do that. And I wanted maybe a second guitar if you had to, but I always wanted keys. And then you bring in keys like with a girl with a beautiful voice, and it just adds this constant thing that's going on in the mix, especially live, that is keeping people engaged whether they know it or not. It keeps them, it's so much more interesting. It's just so much more
I
interesting.
think that's what makes us able to do whatever we want.
Right.
Because like
It's huge. Yeah.
with the second guitar, you're limited to things that guitars can do. But it's like there's so many songs that you can't play, and then there's like, yeah, if any cover basically we can do. Like,
Yeah.
we like I don't know, I don't think we played it live, at least not with me. But like Hold the Line, songs like that, where it's like you can't play that song without keys. Like you need someone hitting that intro with the piano.
Yeah.
That can't be. And yeah, it's like her vocals adds a ton too, where it's like songs that neither of you two guys would be able to sing at least confidently, then she can step in and nail those too. So it's like I think that's what rounds it out and makes it possible to do literally whatever we want.
And writing wise too, I've been really enjoying having like literally a female voice because I write so many songs about relationships. And so I find it really, yeah, it's kind of fun to sort of, because I'm expressing my own perspective on something. So then if I want to add like, the hypothetical female who I'm talking about in the song, give her an actual voice and throw some criticisms my way, which is nice. I've done that a couple times with songs that I guess might be on the next album if I ever, figure them out. But yeah, it's been really nice to literally have a female perspective that you can use in the song, and like storytelling wise, like the listener immediately knows what's happening if they've been following it. So
Like in our new song, Bought and Sold, again, that we've been playing, I wrote a verse and then the chorus, and then Amanda came in with a verse, but like a counter perspective to my like male perspective of this situation that we're writing about, and then this is her response to it, and then we all build up into this big chorus where we're all singing now, and it's so like I mean yeah, like Adam said, she adds multiple valuable layers to the whole project. Like the covers, like our best cover is LA Woman, I think.
Yeah.
People love that one. I love playing it. I love singing it. I love playing it. But she says it was her idea to play it, and for the record, we'll say it is.
it's very honorable because she's not here.
Right? I could have said, yeah, it was all me. It was all me that said we should play LA Woman. I don't know whose idea it was, but I think it was her.
Well, when we first met her, we were just like jamming in a basement after going to a show, and like it was the first time in real life I'd seen a keyboard player just organically in the world. Like they had a little jam room in their basement of like a student house, and she played Riders on the Storm by the Doors.
Because I looked over and she's going Riders, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So we brought her over for a practice, and she was nails. And
but I think because that I think that might be why there is some credence to LA Woman maybe being her idea, is because we like literally met her and bonded with her over her ability to play Doors songs on keys. So,
but we wouldn't be able to do. I mean, you could do LA Woman without keys, but like you might as well do something else. Like we'll do LA Woman. We do Don't Stop Me Now. We do Saturday Night's All Right. We opened in our May run of gigs. We opened with Right Now by Van Halen. Like that's all keys.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it adds everything. So we have that, and then like he can do anything on the drums. He can do anything on the bass. I think I'm the weakest link in the.
you're so
crazy.
That's crazy to say.
In technical ability, perhaps, but
you can't teach a face like that.
I bring. Gotta get it's a face for radio.
Today it is.
No, but it's kind of an unstoppable force right now. There's nothing that we can't do or tackle, and it wouldn't be the case if it wasn't, us four doing it.
I'd like to switch gears just a little bit because we talked a lot about your songwriting, which is awesome. Well, a couple things I'm curious about. One is where did Midnight Vice, the name, come from?
We were trying to pick a band name. Like we were trying to figure something out, something cool, something that maybe makes you think a little bit. Like, what does that mean? It could have multiple meanings, and
We were working at Zares at the time in the produce department.
yeah,
That was how we met.
we were trying to come up when we were jamming at this time, and we had a bunch of band names on the table.
We would spend like entire shifts just like restocking, restocking blueberries, like
Uptown Lover.
yelling over the cooler at each other. Yeah,
Uptown Lover?
I do remember
We
Uptown Lover.
vetoed that one. I'm glad we're not called that.
Yeah, me.
No offense to anybody called Uptown Lover. Um, I think it's a name that is going to make people think. It's a little edgy. It can make the right people kind of clutch their pearls a little bit, which I like. Um, and as far as the spelling, I think it looks a lot slicker. That's all I
Yeah,
can tell you.
yeah, that's fair.
I like the eyes. I like the way the eyes line up. Now it's kind of a pain in the ass to be like, we're Midnight Vice, NITE. Like I knew I was gonna have to do that, but in my mind, it's like there's a lot of band names that are spelt in a strange way. I mean, the one that comes to mind is like The Weeknd, artist name. He doesn't have the E in it.
I like just found that out, by the way, like
And
less than a year ago.
and at a certain point, it's not going to matter because it'll just be like people will know that that's how it's done, and people might actually take pride in knowing how to actually spell it.
Search engine optimization.
Yeah, true.
I see
Because there's
where you
right,
go.
because there is another band. When I tried to register Midnight Vice, obviously, like band registering names is a lot different than it was even 15 years ago. You could pretty
Absolutely.
much like do anything you want. But there's already another band called Midnight Vice with the proper spelling, and they're in the States somewhere. And then when I changed the spelling, and that's what we went with, I don't like how like the proper spelling of midnight looks anymore. The GH, it doesn't look as nice, especially in like an aesthetic, like in a band way. I wish I had a cooler story, but it's
We were kicking around a lot of midnights.
Midnights. Yeah,
There's a lot of like
Blue.
midnight
there
something.
was,
I was
like,
thinking midnight.
I love
Cruiser,
midnight.
which
I
is
love midnight. I think people are the realist at midnight. I think that's when they're not at work anymore. They don't have to be anybody. They can just be that themselves. And maybe they're a few drinks in, whatever it is, whatever your midnight vice is, if you will. And
I will. Oh, I will.
that's what I've always really felt like that. I'm a night owl myself. So is he. So is he. So is Amanda. I just really love that. I love seeing people with their guards down, late at night, like midnight, 1 a.m., 1:30. Yeah, you're authentic. Like you
Yeah.
stop trying to like be somebody you're not. Like everyone's like, it's like the opposite of LinkedIn. You know what I mean? It's like if there was two
That's a
separate.
great description.
I hate LinkedIn.
The curated.
It's just as far away as I can get from that shit. That's where we want to be.
Yo, that's our slogan. That's our slogan from now on. Midnight Vice, the opposite of LinkedIn.
Okay, I'm in. Look at that. That's
So
perfect.
good. Yo, that has to be on our merch in like little
The
quotes.
opposite of
Much like on my shirt. Little
You
quotes.
heard it here first.
Yeah.
New slogan launch.
Cool. Yeah, so that's really it. Just a place of like we wanted to make it a rock name. I like what Midnight does to people. And then Vice kind of because everybody has a Midnight Vice to varying degrees.
My Midnight Vice is the show Miami Vice with Don Johnson.
You watch it every night.
Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
I mean, everyone has one. What's yours, Darren? What's your Midnight Vice? What do you do at midnight?
I mean, I'm a little older, so I'm sleeping, but it used to be honestly like indulging in sweet like pastries. Like
Perfect.
seriously,
Nice.
like I
Perfect.
have a sweet
Yeah.
tooth and it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So see, it goes from that, and then you can go all the way to the other side. Everybody's got something. Everybody's got something that when midnight rolls around, whether it's cigarettes or alcohol, not to mention Oasis, you know what I mean? But
I was wondering how long it would
I
for you to
couldn't
mention
help it.
Oasis.
I couldn't help it. Yeah. So I think it just speaks to people. Everybody has one, and I think it's a cool name.
When did you know like, oh yeah, this is it?
It's a good question. I think that Boathouse gig was a real turning point for us, to be honest. The one that you were at, that was we've had good shows before for sure, but that was something really special. The setting, the full house, the response we got from the crowd, that was a real different scenario than we were used to. And I can't thank Living Room for Small enough for having us out. So thanks,
100%.
boys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Good Company, Boathouse. I think, yeah, I don't know. I got off that stage, and it was the first time we were signing autographs and whatnot.
Oh,
After
no
a couple
way.
people came up, and I think for me, that was a really that was a turning point. When I'm like, okay, we should do this. We should do this for real. I want to just keep seeing how far we can push that feeling. You got to keep writing, and you got to keep taking the gigs, because you take one gig and you get five more out of it in the future, and everything just grows and grows and grows and grows. Um, it wasn't immediate though, like on a personal level. It wasn't like I mean, you gotta keep doing it to know if you want to keep doing it or not. So at first you got to go in kind of blind and be like, what's this going to be like? And you can get by. You can put on a good show still. Um, but yeah, that it was in March, right? The
Yeah.
Boathouse. It was our last show in that run.
Yep.
Because we just got off a couple shows from before Boathouse. We had a March run, and there was Supermarket. It was Palisade,
Yep.
and I think we had one more.
Shout out Palisade, the best venue of all
I
time.
love Palisade.
Oh yeah.
Palisade's sick.
Place.
And then that was our last one of that run, and then we looked the part. We were confident. We were loose, and from then on, yeah, I've just wanted that. I've wanted that feeling more and more and more. How about you guys?
I agree, honestly. Yeah, that was
That was a
that was a
big.
big one. And like I had only played two shows before that with them. So like but after that one, like after the first one even, Supermarket, like that one I felt good.
Weren't really.
Like I wasn't really like I kind of knew what to expect, but not really at the same time because I don't know, playing metal, it's like I don't know, you don't even know if anyone likes it half the time. It's kind of just like people are kind of standing there with straight faces and nodding. And it's like, okay, I think people enjoyed that, but then
Like
for
the
me,
preferred response is confusion sometimes
right,
with metal.
right, yeah, it's just like, yeah, you're trying to mess with
Follow
people with,
that at all. Good job.
yeah, it's like that's a compliment, and then now it's like, oh, like everyone just like genuinely enjoyed all of it, and I'm like, I have never had that before
Me neither.
because that wasn't really even one of the objectives, I guess, in weird metal land.
Yeah, you're just trying to be off-putting.
So yeah, like after that, I was like, oh, okay, this is what it's like to like play music that most people enjoy. And I don't have to feel bad about asking my friends to come out anymore and stuff like that. Like, so yeah, I think you nailed it with that. But
It's also kind of special for us to play the Boathouse in that iteration because that was our third renovation of the Boathouse that we played. Because like literally 20 years ago, when I was 13 and Evan was 11, we played like what felt like maybe the original Boathouse layout. It was very kind of dated and it had like couches in there and stuff. And then we played another renovation like 2018 or 19 with our metal band. And then yeah, there's this third version of it now. So that was really special. Um, yeah, yeah, that was cool. That was definitely a turning point. Kind of all these elements locked in, because I feel like a lot of our progression came out of, because yeah, I filled in with Ryan's old band when we were working at Zares because their bass player couldn't make a gig, and I just kind of randomly threw my name out there, being like, I kind of play bass. At the time, I was like just a vocalist and played bass in the studio for our metal thing, and yeah, I just kind of threw it out there, and then that band kind of fell apart. And then it's almost like through these times where something that seemed kind of certain and locked in, when that would fall apart and dissolve, would essentially kind of lead to our next level. And it's like these moments where you take things for granted, and then oh, the entire band structure fell apart, and then like those are the moments when it's like, all right, let's kind of choose this, and those are the I think are some of our most defining moments.
Yeah, I forgot you weren't playing bass in your band before.
It was like a hobby almost.
That's wild. But then, yeah, then he came into a practice, and this was like 2022. we used to practice at the spot in Guelph. What was that called? Royal.
Oh yeah,
I feel bad now. I think
Forgot
that
it.
closed down. Royal Studios or something in Guelph. We would book out a
Royal City
space.
something.
Royal City, yeah,
Yeah.
Royal City Studios. So we'd go out there. I just asked Adam to learn a bunch of these covers, and sure enough, he did. He brings like a 5-string bass. I'm like, oh, that's new. I haven't seen that before. And then, yeah, he killed it right away. And then he would fill in. I'm like, oh, this guy has like, he's got pocket. He's got pocket. You can tell when somebody has rhythm. You know what I mean? That's a hard thing to teach, or that's a hard
Fully
thing
agreed.
to adjust. If you're not vibing with somebody on that level, you're not gonna be able to teach that. You know, you can teach anybody where to put their fingers at the right time, but you can't teach them um, the swing or the feel of it, or that you gotta figure that out on your own a little bit, and then one day you'll have it maybe. And we just all crossed paths at a time where we all kind of had it, and we combined our forces. It's a broad foundations for all of us where we come from, but all kind of rooted in this like classic rock thing from our dads, I think.
Yeah, totally.
I never really left that. Most people I know left that. Like, no one's gonna say their favorite band's AC/DC anymore, but I've just said that, since I was 9, and
Yeah,
it stayed that
Dude,
way.
that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Because I used to, and then I became like embarrassed of myself.
Right,
which
and
is
that's
so
and that's
lame.
you don't have to feel bad. Like that's what happened to most people, and then everyone moves on to like more progressive, more progressive, more progressive stuff. And that stuff's like, if that's what you like, it's what you like. That's awesome. And there's those bands blow my mind, and they're really fun to go and observe.
Hmm.
Like you were describing, it's
Yeah.
like people like when they're in the crowd and you're playing. It's like the best thing you can get is like a nod, or like what you just said, like confusion is what
Yeah.
you want. You know what I mean? Like, how the hell did you do that kind of thing? You know? But if I ever tell them like, hey, spruce this part up a little bit, I know that they'll do it. They'll just like, it's really cool having that in your back pocket, because maybe I'll write relative to what they come from a pop song, and they can fit that bill. They can do that. But I really, would you say I give you guys a lot of liberty to be able to do
yeah,
what you want
for
to
sure.
do with it,
100%.
Yeah.
which is huge for me as the guy that is going to bring the song.
It's a collaboration kind of.
Yeah, it totally is. So, yeah, it's a full arsenal, man.
So what's next for you guys?
Yeah, we got our next show is going to be August 28th at Sneaky D's. It's probably going to be our last show for the summer, so check that out if you haven't this summer so far. In the meantime, we're going to be answering people's wishes to get some damn music out there, and it's going to happen.
So many
It's
people.
gonna. We have so many songs that need to get out, but these things take time. I'm sorry, but it's gonna happen. We're gonna get It's a Feeling out. We're Living the Dream out. Bought and Sold out. The Same out, and a song called One More Day, which is kind of a sentimental, sad one. It's gonna be a bit of a different vibe.
It's devastating. I've seen multiple people cry about it without
It's
knowing exactly what it's about.
it's a heavy one, and there'll be more context on what that song's about as it progresses. But tonight we're filming a music video for that. We're gonna be, until that show, it's gonna be basically gonna be all the administrative stuff, and then maybe a week before the 28th, we're gonna get back in the kitchen and sort out our set and really make it a grand finale for the summer and this crazy adventure we've been on so far. It might be a bit of a chapter close and on to the next one to see what's going to happen. But music will be coming out, videos will be coming out, content, and then Amanda's actually leaving until December for she's going abroad. So through that time, through those 4 months, it's going to be a lot of, like I said, administrative stuff, a lot of getting songs out with content, and then we'll keep rolling that out. And then when she's back, we're going to be just booking a shit ton of shows and playing the songs live now. For hopefully they've been enjoying it for the last few months, and then we'll get it out there. And then from then on, it's just going to be taking the gigs we can, getting the music out, and then hopefully by next summer I want to go on tour.
Wow, amazing,
Yeah.
awesome. Anything either Adam or Evan want to add?
Yeah, I think you nailed it though. Like priority wise, it's like kind of just like I don't know. Well, basically every single show we play, every original that we play beforehand, Adam and or Ryan are just saying this one's not on Spotify, and it's 90% of our set. So people are just like, "What's up with that? What are you guys doing?" But yeah, that's coming. Studio stuff. I mean, I feel like we're almost done with
Yeah,
studio stuff.
we're well on our way. Absolutely. They'll remember this period as when we were just playing all the live stuff,
Yep.
and then all the stuff live.
Yeah.
It'll be in your hands. Don't worry.
Yeah. Excited for that. It's been
And merch. We'll have merch.
Yes.
Putting it on the record
Merch.
right now. We're gonna have merch August 28th.
Oh.
We are.
You heard it
I didn't know.
You heard it here.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
But
What? You said it.
now, I just thought of it, and it has to happen.
Just thought of it.
We're gonna make t-shirts. We're gonna make t-shirts. We're gonna make lighters. We're gonna make like
Bedspreads, canoe paddles,
kerosene bottles,
tennis rackets.
I'll take a
tennis rackets,
Shark fingers.
shoe horns. Everything. It's just gonna be Walmart out there. Okay. Anyway,
That's awesome. Guys, I just want to thank you again for being on the podcast. It's been a huge pleasure hearing about your different songs, all the creativity that you have. And I just want to say to those listening, please go check out Midnite Vice. They're on Instagram, Spotify. They got a couple shows coming up in Toronto as well. And they got some new music potentially coming up. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out. Guys, thanks for your time. Wishing everybody online a great day. Take care.
okay, thanks.
Thank you.